Not Tavrod.
So, this is Skyfrag Black. Uh, Cut and Crawl is going to get a wag of the finger from me, as Stephen Colbert liked to put it. Uh, hmm.
Welcome to round
So,
two, but we've got both players are going to mold a 6 to start things off. These are some crazy, well, I shouldn't say crazy. These are some slightly weak hands here. Gato mold a 6 with 2 copies of Kindling Carver. Marvin mold a 6 with Defiance and Perilous Research. So they have some tools. They're not dead hands, but I guess both players are equally going down to to the bottom of the barrel to start these hands here.
uh, uh, oh god. Oh god.
Well, Kindle and Carver are going to hit the
So
board, and Carver can get out of hand, but usually you need some other units to do that. So
right. So Marvin the Imp actually not missing a beat. Uh, they're gonna have their turn two Pillar of Progress. gatosujo needs to draw out of this. So they're going to crest first, scout a power to the bottom. Now they're going to need to discard actual cards here. There's no Jotun Hurlers. There's no Krolls that you play for the fate. This is oh gosh, this is a painful choice. You want all of these cards, but now the Kindle and Carver is going to come online, and hopefully Gato will have time to draw out of this. And okay, there's a Grunahan, which basically says summon Unmulligan.
hey, thank you so much, Luis. Thank you, LSV, for the huge raid. Welcome, everyone, from Luis's stream. We really appreciate you all coming in. Welcome to Tuesday Night Eternal. We are playing some Eternal card game here, one of the great games designed here by Direwolf Digital. So we appreciate everyone coming in. We are in a 5-minute delay, so you would have already seen a little bit, but coming in here. But welcome if you've this is the first time seeing Eternal, or if you've seen Eternal and haven't been here in a while, welcome. But we are in round 2 of our 5-round tournament tonight to see who will be the first trophy winner and invite to the Invitational coming up in September. So just in time to get started and learn a little bit about TNE. So we see Gato Sujo going off a little bit here. We see the wide board. We've got Kindling Carver, which can sack units to draw some cards. Looks like they're in a pretty commanding position here. Does Marvin have anything to go wide and kind of wipe Gato Sujo's board, Ilya?
They have to draw their Shenra Speaks for their Equalize, and hey, LSV with the huge raid. Hey, Luis, thanks so much for the raid. Thanks so much for continuing work on this amazing game. Hope you stick around and enjoy the show. And as for casting, so Gato Sujo actually did not carver away their Brennahan when they could have. So that's not what I would have done. As M. Gallup says, always use your carver. So that's there we go. Now the Grenhen's gonna turn into a Mother of Skies, which is all sorts of awesome here. Gotta play that out, and the Shadowrun Speaks would have come out long ago because the carvers was set up, the tokens were set up. If Marvin had the sweepers, they would have come out long ago.
Yeah.
That said, Marvin is 1 power away from unloading a double amplified Builder's Decree. And one of the things that these Menace decks have a hard time doing is going bigger than these huge Sentinels created by these Builder's Decrees.
My wonder, though, is the Mother of Skies here are going to get out of control in a hurry, because Mother of Skies 1/4, the first time you play a multi-faction unit each turn, you get to play a 1/2 Cloud Snake with flying, and one thing that Marvin is missing right now is a way to block flyers. So as I can see it right now, Marvin's hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the air every turn, plus they've got the Carver to draw more cards, they've got Strange Burglar coming down, they've got Nesting Raven, so as far as I see, it looks like Gato Sujo's ruling the skies right now, regardless of this Builder's Decree, and is going to basically be on at minimum, or at maximum, a 3-turn clock here. And I don't know if Marvin's going to be able to kill Gato in 3 turns.
Whoa, I disagree with what Marvin just did there. They threw out their Builder's Decree without amplifying it. Mm-hmm. Maybe they felt like they were under the gun, and they know there's an open deck list, and trying to carve it is a possibility, and Oh, they're going to get paid off massively here.
Yeah. Well, I think that was actually a really
Because
good get because of what I was just saying. I think they're recognizing that the huge towers off of the Builder's Decree don't actually change the big problem, which is dying in the air in 2 turns. So going
right,
to get that Age-Worn Vestige, going to get a Spellcraft Harsh Rule to wipe the board. And I think that, if Marvin actually equalizes good too here, but if Marvin can wipe the board here, reset, get rid of these Carvers, get rid of these Flyers, these Mother of Skies, then all of a sudden Marvin can say, okay, well then I'm going to drop some big Haymakers and I'll be able to win the game. But they're afraid of dying right now, which is going to be the problem. They've only got 2 turns to be able to
right.
do it. Not going to be able to do it this turn. I guess you could fire off Equalize if you wanted, but that's Marvin's
No,
plan. Yeah.
oh, they do go for the equalize, letting two units stay on board. So I think that's going to be a Carver and a Mother of Skies, if I had to guess.
Ooh, gonna be a Mother of
Um,
Skies. Okay, gonna be a Mother
whoa,
of Skies and
whoa, whoa,
then
whoa!
one of the hatchlings. I wonder if that's a misclick because there was a second Mother
That
of
had to be a
Skies, right?
misclick. That had to be a misclick. Absolutely had to be a misclick.
It had to be. There's no way
Um,
you take over a Mother of Skies, so
yeah, yeah.
must be a misclick there. And then Carver's a good draw here. Going to be able to keep drawing some cards. So
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That sacked a giant.
it does
That
sack to a giant. Yep.
no, I mean like that sacked a possible giant. The
It
sack
did.
there
Yeah.
was the Cloud Snake. Oh my gosh.
Now, Gust Rider is
Oh
also a good
no.
draw. Gust Rider is a really good draw off of that Kindling Carver. Going to be able to draw 2, discard 2, hitting a Mother of Skies here. So gatosujo somehow able to rebuild and get these Flyers back online. We know that Marvin has that Age-Worn Vestige, though. Is going to be able to basically rat the board again. But that was an impressive, pretty impressive rebuild there by gatosujo there after that equalize.
Yeah, it was, but there. Here's another sweeper, and this one's going to be painful.
There we go. And this one's going to be much worse than that first equalize. Harsh Rule. It ends now. Kill all the units. Let's wipe the board and leave behind a 4/9 relic weapon. Get that 4 damage in. And now gatosujo's board is wiped. Not really much they can do here.
No, and here's more pain. Draw 3 and get 3/3/3s.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Draw 3 cards, get 3/3/3s. Pretty sure you'd be very happy with that in any card game, but here we go. That's going to be great. Clear the board, perilous research. Let's create and draw an alarming findings. Here we go. For each of your relics, draw a card and play a 3/3 with Overwhelm. Let's draw 3 cards, make 3/3/3s with Overwhelm, and hit for 4 with our weapon. And the tides have definitely turned here in this game.
Yeah, how the turns have tabled because that 4/9 relic weapon, that 4th point of attack is so critical because it keeps both the Mother of Skies and the Strange Burglar off the field.
Absolutely. And, it goes back to that play when we said Marvin, instead went to the market instead of playing their Builder's Decree. I think that was actually a really heads up play by Marvin to see the writing on the wall and say, I need to get rid of these Flyers, and this Builder's Decree is just not going to do it. I don't need 2 10/10s. I need to kill Flyers.
And oh my gosh, does Gato?
Mother of Skies and the
It's not,
Strange Burglar. It's going to get a 1/2 Flyer, but it doesn't really change what's happening on the board here.
no, that changes nothing on the board. The Strange Burglar is gonna die, or at least it better die.
Yeah, it's going to die, and then another Shenra Speaks was the draw for Marvin, so even if Gato's somehow able to stabilize here and refill, Marvin just doesn't care about that. They've got another Wrath in hand, so looks like Marvin's deck full of Wraths and Equalize in hand. A Shenra Speaks, here you go.
Yep, and now it's just the sweepers are burn spells. Once you have a relic
with the relic weapon out, you just hit for 4 a turn regardless. You can just wipe your own board every turn. You don't really care.
right.
Trying to carve at the draw. We're going to go crafty again, but as we know, Marvin's got answers for that as well. Broken Contract, all right. Smuggler. Is there anything that could deal with a relic weapon in the market? Open Contract, Swift Refusal, Dark Clear.
Well, yes. Urgent Missive. Urgent Missive activates the shrine.
It does activate the shrine. You're also really close to Silverblade Menace too, but not quite.
And those cultists are multi-faction. So, the Mother of Skies is
Mother of Skies
is
gone, yeah.
Okay, so you sacrifice the crafty occultist here. Because ultimately you're just trying to jam as much damage as you can.
Yeah.
you're going to berserk your smuggler. Like this absolutely must be. This absolutely must be urgent.
Yep, urgent missive. There you go. Sack a unit to play 2/1/1 cultists, and we've got the shrine to carve it. So that means they have all your units have +2 charge and lifesteal if you've sacked a unit, which you have. Look at this now, attacking with 14 lifesteal charge damage coming through. Defiance is going to take care of one of those, so it's down to 9 damage coming through. And we're just going to block with the 2 sand crawlers. Get an extra attack in. So that's going to put Marvin down to essentially 12. Going to put Gato back up to 14. But unfortunately for Gato, there's no reusable sack outlet. These are just now vanilla 1/1 and 1/4s, and Marvin's still got the weapon and a handful of gas, including Dwayne Johnson himself. The Rock was a draw there for a turn, so that's also going to be pretty powerful here. Perilous Research.
Make a pair of 3/3s, draw 2 more.
Yeah. Let's play 2. Let's play 2 more and draw 2. That's
I'm
enough,
not sure I would have ripped that though. Could Marvin have been more patient and just whacked away with a vestige here? Because
take out the 1/1 with the weapon, down to a pair of 3/3s, and now this does have Berserk. Remember, so this it does have Reckless now, so that smuggler has to attack.
All
right, Silex, a free power. You get one off of it. Ooh, but drawing a second power off of that has to attack. So this one's gonna get eaten. Not great for Gato. I think this one might be over now. Gonna double block. That's gonna eat the 1/4 for free. So attack in for 14. Dead. I think it is, right? It's lethal, right? 6/10. Oh no, because this is gonna shrink. All right, the Molder Muck is gonna shrink, so it's 1 short of lethal. All right, attack in with the weapon, put Gato down to 10. We'll attack in with 3/3. The Molder Muck will shrink down. That's going to put Gato down to 1. But Gato's not the one with the harsh rules in their deck, so Shrine to Carve it's not going to do it. And Marvin the Imp is going to have a great comeback there. Under the wire at first, but good comeback for Marvin there. The timely wrath to take care of that and going to win game number 1. So congratulations, Marvin the Imp, taking game number 1. Remember, these are best of 3, so gatosujo will have to win the next 2 to take these rounds. Both of these players at 1-0 right now. Let's take a look at the deck list real quick. Here's gatosujo's Menace Shrine deck. We took a look at that one, notably without Krull, as you mentioned.
It's painful. Krull is never the cut here. Krull allows you to do so many busted things. This for main deck Shrine to Carve it, we saw the problem with that. The card is wonderful, absolutely busted for the first copy, but not so much for the second and third. gatosujo, well, this is a reasonable keep, but Gato basically cut the Throne Caliber unfair nonsense from the deck.
You cut your broken nerfable nonsense and go to the fair game, but such is life. Here we go. Marvin the Imp gonna mulligan down to 6 here on the play. Gonna play out a depleted power. Looks like they've got 2 copies of Defiance, Ancestral Oasis, and Equalize in hand. gatosujo gonna start things out. Nesting Raven, Gust Rider, nerfed Grenahen, and 2 copies of Shrine to Carve it here. What do you think of Grenahen after the nerf? Make a big difference now that the discards go to the bottom of your deck instead of to your void?
Well, no, not anymore, because the discard cards are now just awful. So, you can't discard the Elding and Krull that are too bad to even play anymore, right?
Yeah, that's true. Marvin's going to fire off a key removal spell there. Defiance, just going to take care of that Grenahen. Grenahen's not the biggest threat as just a 1/3 when it after it's already got its summon effect, but I guess Marvin the Imp just really wants to keep the board clear at this point. But firing that off pretty aggressively. I guess you got a second copy in hand and an Equalize, so just want to get rid of them.
Gato just throwing the Mother of Skies into a Defiance. It hurts. You hate to see it happen.
We're going to lose the Mother of Skies, but going to get a pair of units. Perilous Research for Marvin. Setting up for the long game, and now only 2 damage coming through. So this game is kind of playing out the way that Marvin wants to draw it up. Just stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, kill your stuff, and then take over in the late game. Another Gust
So
Rider
the
here is going to
discard
draw 2,
here,
discard 2.
the discard here, I think, is the shrine. What?
No. All right, Granahan going to hit
Discard
here. Going to draw Blight
discard
Pest Smuggler.
discards both displays against a relic deck, and when they're the only cards that can activate the shrine. I disagree with that.
All right, here comes.
Okay, but hey, never punished. Hashtag never punished.
That's true. So
So
drawing Kindling Carver, which is another sack outlet, which can turn on that shrine to carve it. So again, whenever you sack a unit, or if you do it once per turn, your units get +2 charge and lifesteal. So that's going to turn all these little dorks into big hitters for gatosujo. This is 3 5-power life-stealing attackers. Now, Marvin lining up a trade here with the Rock. Kind of already got its value out of here with the Razor Bot. But this deadly 1/1 turns out cannot block these big hitting flyers. So what a crucial draw there, getting that Carver.
Yep, and Marvin missing on 4th Justice. But hey, to his credit, he has 3 Shadow Influence. What would you rather have more in this situation? I think I'd rather have that 4th Justice.
Yeah, so Equalize requiring 4 Justice influence. I know you can't really see that in the hand cam, but Equalize is 4 Justice, and Marvin's still stuck on 3,
lethal.
So unplayable.
Lethal.
Yeah, is it just lethal straight up?
Yeah, you sacrifice one of the flyers, you play the Mother of Skies, and that's 10 in the air. What?
Instead, Gato going to play out the Strange Burglar. Going to hit Marvin down to 3, so not casting that lethal there, but going to give Marvin an opening. Let's see if Marvin can stay alive. Doesn't look like Supply Lines isn't going to do it, so it doesn't look like that actually changes anything.
Well, indeed not do it, but yeah, Gato missed lethal on board and was not punished.
Not punished at all. So that's going to tie it up at 1 game apiece. So this going into this critical game 3 here, let's pull up Marvin the Imp's deck list here for those of you that may not have seen it a moment ago. But here is Marvin the Imp's Vision Supply Lines, or Cambrai Relics deck here that we're looking at.
Dark Cambrai. Hey, in set 1, we had a deck called Dark Cambrai. It was Big Cambrai Splash Shadow. This is Dark Cambrai Relics. So, nice little throwback there. Sorry for the bad naming joke. But, yeah, we just saw the problem here. Cambrai Relics is a slow deck and needs time to get going. And if you add a 3rd faction and you're slowing yourself down even more in Throne, ooh, that's not a plan I myself would take.
All right, looks like gatosujo kept a hand with 2 power, Mother of Skies, Granahan, Gust Rider, Shrine to Carve It, and Display of Menace. Pretty good little hand there if Gato can get their influence and their power going, but Broken Contract as one of your power and Feln Painting as your other. Not the greatest, but with a good draw, Gato can play it. But unfortunately, 3 of their best cards in hand are uncastable right now. For those of you that may have come in from Luis's stream and are more familiar with Magic, this game is very similar, but your power here are essentially your lands. So Gato missing out on fire, missing out on his red land here, not be able to play that out. And kind of short on power as well. Needs to draw some power here. And Granahan can draw you a card, but can't draw you power. All right, Nesting Raven, and that's going to keep Gato stuck on 2. So Gato going to be... Oh, here you go. Now there's the power you can draw.
Okay. I
have to discard 2 of these cards, though. I'm going to keep the Mother of Skies. Going to get rid of the Nesting Raven and the Display of Menace.
Oh, please do not discard your one and only Display of Menace. But I guess if the influence isn't there, then I guess that is the correct play. But I guess the opening hand was kept because the deck is mainly Skycrag, so Gato banking on drawing a Skycrag duel and activating the rest of their hand.
Yeah. So they did end up drawing fire there, so that opened it up, and then saw a crafty occultist, but now that crafty is fire, fire, primal, primal, it's a lot harder to cast, and stuck on only one fire. That was an easy toss to the bottom for Gato. So, but it did open up Display of Menace, Shrine to Carve It, and the Strange Burglar. So now Gato's entire hand is online. But a little bit slow. Marvin's still at 22, and Gato's just got a pair of Grenahens out right now. And the slower and longer the game goes, the better that is for Marvin.
Yeah, absolutely. Back when I was training, to just figuring out FPS Trove, one of the things I quickly learned was if you're missing one of your colors, ship that hand.
Yeah.
So Gato electing to keep the one of broken contract in hand, I would have shipped that hand immediately. But we're seeing the deck not cooperate, and yeah, that's trouble.
Display of Vision from Marvin is going to take out that Shrine to Carve It. So one of the key pieces to this deck is done for gatosujo. Now, this is in the main deck, right? It's not a market piece. We sell that because Gato played multiple copies last turn. So Gato can draw another one, but as I mentioned last turn, Marvin just wants to slow this game down. Just wants to really, really slow it down. Just really go to the late game. So Marvin's fine trading one for one like this. Gato down to one card in hand, just a Strange Burglar, and then a Blight Path Smuggler. A Rock, also a nice play here for Marvin. Get a 1/3 flyer and get a 1/1 deadly out of the deal. Just keep it going, keep slowing it down. And Gato here, Grenahen might be able to draw into more action. He has a Grenadin Drone, which is fine. More units to play, but Gato's really going to be trying to find a Shrine to Carve It or some card advantage, maybe from a Kindling Carver or something like that.
Yep. So, yes, so Marvin essentially clicking on all cylinders, and Gato under the gun, losing precious time there. So, yeah,
Argenport Silex gonna draw Treasure Trove off of that power. Gonna get a free one. Amberlock. Let's just draw another card. Let's just keep drawing. Keep finding some action here. Another Silex to draw. Can't cast that one can't play that out until next turn. All right, here's a Carver. Yep. I said that was one of the draws that was going to help. Let's get up at a 2-cost Crafty Occultist. That'll work. Let's draw some more cards.
Yep. Hey, it's everyone's drawing cards now. Let's see who pops off first.
Ooh, not gonna play it. Did I miss something? Oh, just doesn't want to discard the Strange Burglar? Wow, bold move. All right, Perilous Research is a good one. That's going to get an Alarming Findings in hand for Marvin. Only the one Pillar of Progress right now, so you might want to hold on to that Alarming Findings. But that'll be nice later in the game.
For 7, not where you want to be.
Yeah, not really. Let's just play another Rock out here. That's going to give us another 1/1 Deadly, another 1/1 1/3 Flyer. All right, here comes the Strange Burglar this time. Gonna sack a unit, draw some cards. Okay, that's pretty good. Now we've got a Kato, which would be nice. We can play a big giant in a couple turns. All right, Supply Lines. That's going to get us a second relic from Marvin, getting that Alarming Findings, which again, Alarming Findings is draw cards and play 3/3s equal to the number of relics you have. So Marvin up to 2 now. 2 3/3s plus, well, down to 1 thanks to that Display of Menace, but getting there. Gato's just going to keep playing out and drawing cards, though.
Hey, so long as the engine is pumping, the engine is running, then don't count FPS out. Because, hey, card draw into card draw, and then eventually there's going to be an activated shrine, and the OTKs are very well known from this archetype. And Gato's deck, if you can stall FPS Trove on the ground, they don't have Mother of Skies.
Yeah. That's
just going to take over in the air. But gatosujo's deck actually has that Mother of Skies air presence with a lot of, field-wide buff effects. So,
Gato just really drawing for this Shrine to Carvet here. It kind of has all the pawns, has all the pieces out, but just needs that queen to change things here, but does not have it yet. Marvin the Imp did fire off the alarming findings there, drew 2 cards, played 2 Sandcrawlers. Here comes Gust Rider with the Onslaught to draw 2, discard 2. There's a Mother of Skies, so 2 copies of Mother of Skies for Gato. That can start going wide. Luckily for Marvin, he has 2 copies of Arak here to make some blocks, so not completely dead to flyers. Also still at 18. Man, Gato, it feels like Gato's drawn like half their deck and hasn't seen a second copy of Shrine yet. Not quite, with still 37 cards left, but it feels like that.
37 cards is literally half their deck.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So, yeah, that's one of the painful parts, but at least, unlike the Trove version, if Trove gets their 1 shrine killed, that's it. But at least Gato can still be drawing to that shrine. So
ooh, look at this. Talk about a trump card, though. Martyr's Chain's out of the market for Marvin. At the end of your turn, double the attack and health of all your units, and then in power, kill a unit. So every power that Marvin plays from here on out is going to kill Gato's best unit. So that is definitely a huge card here. Gato, if they want to survive, is going to have to get another another display of menace. How many does he even have left? He's already used 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 copies, so there's probably one more chance to get rid of this Martyr's Chains here. But
oh no,
that's going to be rough. These units are going to get big in a hurry. Also, something a little bit understated, but we got to give Marvin credit here, showing off the power of the Silexes. Marvin has played 4 power in a row, top-decked power, and has turned all of them Silexes into treasure troves. So the ability to be late in the game, get power screwed, but then turn all those into free cards is not to be understated, and a difference is made in this game.
Yeah, so, we saw, what happens when TJS starts troving every single Silex. It gets ugly in a hurry. And Martyr's Chain's on the table with 3 displays used up. It's looking ugly for Gato, I think, because that Chains doesn't seem like it's going to miss a beat at this point.
True. All right. Kato here is at least going to make a giant. So we're up to 12 units. So we've got 2 giants out here. But that Martyr's Chains, it's really tough to win a card game when your opponent gets to kill your best unit you have on board every turn for free.
Right. Like, in the old FJS, sometimes by the time you dropped Martyr's Chains, you were literally on top deck mode. So you might have gotten 1 kill and then you were looking to top deck units to grow them, but when you have alarming findings in your in your deck, and you just keep drawing bunches and bunches of cards, that chain is not going to stop. So I'm not sure how Gato pulls this one off.
Grodov's Burden is going to be the draw from the market there. Grodov's Burden says your single faction units have Exalted, and then with Spellcraft, Bury the Past. That can get rid of a unit or a relic as well. Plus, pay 5 to draw a card, and if it's a single faction unit, get to play it. So just more of these late game buffs here for Marvin. Be able to draw free cards, kill out units, give everything Exalted. Here we go, and those units are getting huge. Look at those Sandcrawlers are now 12 overwhelms. Those are trumping the 8/8 giants.
Yep. Yeah, and they're only going to grow bigger and bigger.
Keep growing bigger. Oh, well, there's the display of menace that we were talking about. gatosujo found that one. Let's get rid of that Martyr's Chains. All right, Martyr's Chains down.
Too late?
Is it too late is the question. Mother of Sky is going to make a flying 1/2, but now Marvin has 2, 4, 12 blockers. Even with Shrine, these things aren't going to be big enough. Ooh, Smuggler. Let's see. Swift Refusal, Urgent Missive, Dark Purveyor, Silverblade Menace.
Ooh, can Silverblade Menace
there?
Silverblade Menace is notoriously brutal against Cambrai Relics. Like, it's called Cambrai Relics, but it plays a lot of spells.
Summon, deal damage. Silverblade Menace, 3/3 flyer for 4. Summon, deal damage to the enemy player equal to the number of spells in their void. That's 13. If Marvin can get 5 more spells in the void, gatosujo can deal 18. Might not even need that much because can attack in for at least 1. Maybe more, depending on how these attacks line up.
So how desperate is Gato to, to go for sub-lethal all in? I remember, Neon writing about this in an old guide to Blitz back in set 4. That hey, sometimes you have an attack, it's not going to be lethal, it's going to cost you most of your resources. You know, get it and find a way to get the last points of damage in sometime later. Is that where we're going to go? Where we're going to see?
Maybe Bury the Past is going to be another spell in the void. That's up to 14. So Silverblade Menace can drain for 14 right now. Can gatosujo somehow squeeze out 4 points of damage this turn? Because if they can, between a Combust, a Strange Burglar, or something else, that's just going to be lethal on board if they can do it. But I don't see 4 points getting through. You got 1 from a flyer. That's it.
I think you have like I think then I drop the silver blade and force my opponent to have an answer for the air because the chain's gone.
Well, you got 5. You got 5 ground blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ground attackers. So 2 would get through. So it's actually 1 short.
Oh, in that case.
Wait, we might be able to do it. That Combust might be able to do it. I think it is, because these are now going to get through for 2. One of the flyers is going to get through. So that's going to be 2 from one of the flyers, and one of the ground units going to be through. That's going to put Marvin down to 14.
Are we... Wow, is Gato going to have exactly?
Oh my goodness, is it going to be... It might even be more, because 2 of these might get through. I think it is. There's no lifesteal on Marvin's side. None of these have lifesteal. No spells in hand.
There are no spells that stop Silverblade Menace. The question is Gato afraid of Defiance?
Here we go. Attacks are in, and you know your Marvin is sitting here with open deck list, looking at the market, saying, oh my goodness, Gato, please do not get Silverblade Menace from the market. Let's see how much damage got through. That's going to put Marvin down to 10.
Bombs away!
Gato just turning in his seat, waiting for these Exalted triggers to go off. But it doesn't matter, because Silverblade Menace is going to hit for 14! Wow! Boom!